Class of 1923 Arena for a Saturday afternoon tilt between the Rams of the University of Rhode Island and the Dragons of Drexel University. Bob Long here on play-by-play. Our buddy Lucas Freeman will be alongside momentarily as we get ready for this one. This is game number 2 of the weekend. The Drexel Dragons hung on and took down Rhode Island in a 3-2 win just last night. And now I'll do double duty, and I will introduce the starting lineups here for the respective teams over the public address system. Good afternoon and welcome to the Class of 1923 Arena, the home of the Drexel University Dragons. Today, Drexel takes on visiting University of Rhode Island, and let's meet the starters. First for the Rams of Rhode Island. Starting defenseman number 17, Jonathan Shaw. Defenseman number 3, Justin Barcelo. Starting at left wing, number 9, Jacob Kelly. Starting at right wing, number 12, Nick Ferraro. The starting center today, number 11, Zach Riccatelli. And starting in net, the goaltender number 30, Curtis Briggs. Now let's meet the starters for your Drexel University Dragons. Defenseman number 10, Nick Urbani. Defenseman number 18, Tyler Black. Left winger, number 29, Ryan Sambuco. Right winger, number 24, Kyle Fiore. Starting at center, number 7, Jarrett Ortiz. Starting goaltender, number 35, Logan Kramsky. Now we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Nothing like an old-fashioned doubleheader. Game 1 was last night. Drexel victorious, 3-2. Kramsky gets the start again in net for Drexel, and Curtis Briggs, the starting netminder for the University of Rhode Island. We talked about it a little bit on yesterday's broadcast. Curtis Briggs, the ESCHL Player of the Month in the month of November. 4-1-1 in the November campaign. Did a great job last night after allowing 2 goals in the first period, just won the rest of the way. Drexel ended up having to essentially hang on to that one, and they did a great job of doing so down the stretch, but Briggs kept Rhode Island in the game as Drexel took early pressure and a lot of shots on net, made that one a game in the third period. Now both teams have the same amount of points, tied for 4th in the ESCHL standings. Why is that important? Well, only the top 4 teams make it to a February conference tournament, so each of these games matter. This is the 4th of 4 meetings between these 2 teams this year. Rhode Island won both at home. Drexel held serve last night and looking to earn a season split. Drexel in gold and URI in the baby blues here today. Just underway, Jared Ortiz and Kyle Fiore in on the forecheck. Ryan Sambuco will get this at the far point. Wines fires, that one got close to the net. It was tipped just before it got to Briggs. To the backboards, Jared Ortiz in there, but Justin Barcelo nudging him along the whole way. This comes to Sambuco, off-angle shot was wide to the near side. Shoveled deep there by number 10, Nick Urbani. Ortiz there, but it popped over his stick, and it's possession for Rhode Island. Launched forward by Jacob Kelly. It comes up short of icing. That one waved off by the linesman on this end of the ice. 18:58 to go, first period, still scoreless. Ty Black back behind the net, has to deal with 2 oncoming Rams and does so well. Up to the center of the ice, touched there by the captain one more time. Castor is onside, tried to backhand it on for Eugene Lim. Castura in there on the forecheck, Lim there as well, and Lim comes up with it on the backhand. Goes back below, that hit the skate of the referee, but Drexel still working hard, now given away to Rhode Island. Griffin Long up the ice, gains the red line, and will check it deep. Trying to win the race, Ian Hoover there first for Drexel, and he takes a hit for his efforts. Castura up the middle of the ice, knocked away from him, but now shoveled deep by Brett Coleman, and Briggs got a touch on it. 18:11 to go in this first period. Good action, up-tempo, and open ice early on. Here's Nate Ronke, got the start last night at center. Emil Lindvall on this line as well. And Dennis Engelson avoided the hit. Now skates with it back behind the net, got it to the point. And Sean Carver kept that one in. That was well done. Tough for us to see there. Now Sambuco with it. And make that Anton Kazitsky, 28-29. Tough to tell from here. Emil Lindvall on the near side, and now here comes number 22, Luke Judge. Judge had it poked away from him, and that was Anton Kazitsky after all. Kazitsky, a great skater. He's going to get the puck back, but couldn't quite corral it with his stick. 17:21 to go. It is scoreless. Sean Carver with it now, the defenseman for Drexel. And they're going to say that's an icing. Interesting. Certainly looked like Clavitt may have had an opportunity to play the puck, but that had a lot of heat on it. So the linesman awards the icing. 17 minutes, 11 seconds to play in this first period, still scoreless. Andrew Ide to take the face-off, but it's won by Drexel. Chris DiCarlo out there with the puck now. Flipped up and into the neutral zone. DiCarlo on the race for it, but Clavitt will get there first. Whacks it behind, takes a big hit from DiCarlo, a guy who's always going to give you that effort. John McEwen wearing number 26 today. He's out there. He'll wear number 14 at times as well. He wore it last night while Drexel wore the white uniforms. This is Nick Urbani. Urbani gave it away right in front. They score! Dylan Weisselbaumer, and the goal comes on the turnover right in front of the net. Kramsky got a piece, not enough, and a point-blank shot. Weisselbaumer did not miss. URI with an early lead. And exactly the start that Rhode Island wanted here today. Just better than 3.5 minutes into this one. And now Rhode Island has scored the last 3 goals of this weekend series. Drexel started up 3-0 through 2 periods of last night's game. Rhode Island scored 2, and now the first one here today. That one came right across the blue paint. Ty Black there. Full head of steam for him as he lays off for Sambuco. Touched up again there in the center of the ice, and Ortiz taken down. A penalty is called. And we'll get another look, see if we catch Ortiz through the center of the ice. And that puck nowhere close. That's what the call is going to be. A point of emphasis. Lucas Freeman talked about it last night. Across hockey is when that puck and someone's coming in for a hit, you have to be playing the puck. That's certainly impossible when that puck was well past Ortiz. So Alex Cudd goes to the penalty box. There were a lot of extracurriculars at the tail end of yesterday's game. Alex Cudd, a big part of all of it, and he gets the first penalty of the game for either side, a special teams opportunity for Drexel. Played back for Urbani. Off the face-off win. Drexel sets up. Top of the circle, Eugene Lim dropped low. Urbani, one more time for Lim, and that was an ambitious pass and discarded back down the ice by number 7, Dennis Engelson for URI. Urbani now carries this one on and stops on a dime. Flipped that one across for Ty Black. Pinched and some known now, but he's at the point, but Eugene Lim able to recover. This one kept in momentarily and now sent down the ice. And a high stick, so a face-off will come in the Rhode Island offensive zone. Difficult one there. That one was getting sent down the ice either way. And Urbani's touch now creates an offensive zone face-off for the shorthanded Rams. But Drexel wins the face-off, and Nick Castura has it under control back behind the net. 1:06 to go on this power play for Drexel. They trail 1-0, and there's 15-13 to go in the first period. Eugene Lim, touched there by Nick Castura. He didn't really control it well, but able to get to it back behind the net. Castura makes one defender miss. And back for Nick Urbani. Urbani and Black play catch with it. It's now Black at the top of the circle. Back for Urbani into the slot. Lim now tried to funnel that one across. Patrick McGinley back behind the net. Forechecking and maintaining possession. 32 seconds left on the power play for Drexel. Urbani's shot comes right on, and Curtis Briggs with a glove save. Really good from Briggs. 14:39 to go in the first period. 27 seconds left and a full change on both sides. Briggs saw this wrister well. It came through a bit of traffic, but right there with the left hand with no issues. And Drexel wins that faceoff. Kazitsky plays it back for Urbani, and Kazitsky gets it right back at the top of the circle. Right across, they tried to one-time it, and the net came off its moorings. Was looking for Ryan Sambuco. A great look from Anton Kazitsky. Sure, it had some heat on it, but it needed heat to get through that traffic in front. Good vision, just couldn't quite shut the door. And now that faceoff's going to come outside the zone. They say that Ryan Sambuco had a hand in that net coming off the mooring. So, off the faceoff win, Drexel's going to have to gain the zone once again. Anton Kazitsky will do that. Up the near side. Poked away from him, back behind the net. 6 seconds left on the power play. Kept in the zone. Urbani, he'll get one last shot at it. It's blocked. And Rhode Island gets the clearance. That'll come up well short of icing, and a great kill from the Rams. Ian Hoover just checked in on the line change, as well as John McEwen, and they jam away at it on the near side. Kyle Fiore with it now. 13:52 to go as he wraps that one off the boards onto the stick of Jake DeRocher. DeRocher will change and will chase it himself as the rest of the Rams change. Fiore now plays forward for McEwen. One more touch and out to center ice. They'll wave off the icing certainly as Justin Barcelo back to get it for Rhode Island. Played forward, given away. 1-on-none, he shoots. Saved there by Briggs. Colin Quinn, his first action of the weekend. And he got a 1-on-none, a great opportunity. He tries to beat him 5-hole, and Curtis Briggs up to task. Keeps this one a 1-0 lead for Rhode Island. And another giveaway. Here's Chris DiCarlo sending it deep. Quinn right in front. DiCarlo scores! Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Colin Quinn. My, oh my. Briggs had no idea, expected that puck to come on the other side of the backboards. Quinn right there. Somehow, eyes in the back of his head, he finds DiCarlo, and DiCarlo won't have an easier goal. Colin Quinn, what? 30 seconds of ice time? Making an impact first. Making the interception, had a 1-on-none. Heck of a save by Briggs, but that time, that goal, that is all Colin Quinn. And it's one apiece with 13:08 to go in this first period. Brett Coleman whacked it on a one-time. That was well wide the whole way. And on the far side, Rhode Island able to control through the middle of the ice. Now Griffin Long makes one miss. Nutmeg right across. And that was a great opportunity for Engelson. 12:45 to go, and they're going to wave off icing because they say number 5, Mike Costello, could have played it. My, that was an unbelievable move on the other end by Griffin Long, and Engelson is going to want that one back. He gets it back there and taken down big in the middle of the ice. A huge hit. Only now are the bodies starting to untangle. Back up the center of the ice, Sean Carver. Carver intercepted, but they needed number 14, Dylan Weichelbaumer, the goal scorer, to touch back up. So now Drexel just flings this one down the center of the ice. Logan Clavitt switches for DeRocher, and Eugene Lim always playing a high line, always on the forecheck. Sent across the center of the ice. Castura got a piece of it, and now Wyeth Cool plays it along the far side. Eugene Lim, turnover there, shoveled back deep by Weichelbaumer. One apiece with 11:46 to go in this first period. McGinley ties up the URI defenseman Mike Costello, and that allows Drexel to get it out to the neutral zone. DeRocher couldn't make the catch. And we got a whistle. And something's coming from the bench. Look at that, the finger point from the official at the entirety of the Rhode Island bench. Don't see that very often. You don't see a stoppage in the game for it quite that often. So we stay 5-on-5, a tongue lashing delivered. And we're 11 minutes and 33 seconds left in this first period, one apiece. That one kept in well by Chris DiCarlo, popped up and not past the blue line. Bounces over the stick of Clavitt, and DeRocher with one more touch out to the neutral zone. Ty Black, that's a nifty little move. Dropped there by McEwen, and they couldn't get it onto the stick of Quinn. Arguably the top defensive line out here for Drexel right now. Ty Black and Nick Urbani. Black has it now, and it'll come onto the stick of Urbani. Nudged into the boards by Jackson Shevlin. Shevlin couldn't hop over the tangled body there, and now DiCarlo leads it the other way, getting the red line and dumping deep. Drexel will elect for a full change at the forward position. And now Rhode Island will do the same thing. Drexel in gold, Rhode Island in baby blue, as Ty Black cycles through the center of the ice. A good look for Nick Castura. Kyle Fiore joins the rush. Castura takes the shot, saved there on the low side by Briggs. And Urbani tried to lay a hit. That was enough for Nick Ferraro to back off, but Ferraro gets it back near the circle. Now comes down below the goal line as Rhode Island looks to set this one up. Good stick in the passing lane and up and over. Called for a high stick, so forced to touch up was Justin Barcelo. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for Drexel. Halfway through this first period, Drexel 1, Rhode Island 1. Ian Hoover just dumps this one deep. Barcelo first there for Rhode Island. Given away, and Runk in there on the forecheck with his teammate Kazitsky. This makes its way to Nick Ferraro. Big hit into the boards, laid by Emil Lindvall, the freshman. Hoover looked for Lindvall. That one had heat on it. A race to the dot, and they wave it off. Barcelo there with no problems, though. That's an excellent effort by Justin Barcelo. Dumped right back in by Nate Runk. And Drexel making it extremely difficult for Rhode Island to clear the zone. Jonathan Shaw on it now. He'll be the next one to try. And this time it will be carried into the neutral zone. Nick Ferraro dumps and chases. Takes the shot from an off angle, and the puck was loose the whole time. Great job there by Drexel. Number 12, Brett Coleman, and that one sent into the Drexel bench. So that faceoff will come back into the offensive zone for Rhode Island. 8:57 to play, first period. Face-off yet to really be dislodged. Now Drexel comes up with it. Nick Castera ridden back behind his own defensive goal. Gets it out to center. One touch there from McGinley, and Castera back to it. Eugene Lim on the race to the puck will win it. Sent right across. It'll come back to the point. Carver, I think he lost the stick there. Chose not to pinch. Now a 3-on-1. They score! And it comes back to what happened at the blue line in the offensive zone. Carver had to make a decision. In trying to make two decisions, kind of made zero, left his teammate defensively on an island, as well as Logan Kramsky. No chance. And Rhode Island makes no mistake offensively on the counter rush. Action-packed first period. We go end to end here at the class of 1923 arena. This a big-time ESCHL matchup. At the halfway point in the season, you can say pretty confidently two teams that are going to be in the mix on that latter half of the ESCHL rankings. The standings there that'll determine who goes to the conference tournament. This a huge matchup this afternoon. A season split would mean the world to Drexel. It would give them a 2-point advantage on URI heading into the holiday break. URI with 2 games in hand against Drexel at this point, as Ortiz takes a big hit in the center of the ice. The second one there for him. That one comes right on net and forces Briggs to cover it up. But if it's URI that wins this one, the Rams take a 2-point advantage over Drexel, again with those 2 games in hand. No more games head-to-head the rest of the year between these two teams. That would be a lot to come back from for Drexel. So the first game last night, these guys thought of it as a necessary one. Today, you could throw it into a similar bucket. Very, very important. But the win last night makes the conversation today relevant. One thing Drexel has that nobody in the conference does, 2 points against Stony Brook. He came in as the number 9 team in the country a few weeks ago. Drexel lost the first game up at Stony Brook 9-2, won the second one here in the class of 1923 arena. Stony Brook coming into this weekend 9-1 in conference play. The one loss was right here at this barn to this Drexel team. 7:13 to play, and another giveaway. This is Alex Cudd, shot there and saved by Kramsky. abandoned the butterfly, had to go up high to make that save, and did just that with 7:09 to play in the first period. Another look at this one. Brought down, not a high stick. Cud tried to slot that one upper 90. Good job there by Kramsky. And a face-off won by Rhode Island. That was directed wide, looking for some sort of tip or deflection, which did not come. But another giveaway, one-timer, save made by Kramsky, still loose in front. Great positioning that time by the Drexel netminder. 6:52 to go first period. Rhode Island with some sustained pressure. As this one comes back to the point, shot deflected. It deflected twice and ended up wide of the net. John McEwen lays an arm into Zachary Riccatelli. Back to the point it comes. This is Ronan Judge right across the deflection, and it meekly goes wide of the net. This one flipped up and out of the zone, and with a low board, unlike what you'd see at the NHL level, that would have been delay of game. No call here at the college level. But Drexel will not be able to change. A tired legs out there, but at least a momentary break. That one flipped right into the glove of Kramsky. We'll do it again. Don't even have to stop the music here. This time it'll be Patrick McGinley to take the face-off, opposed by Luke Judge. That one got tied up in the linesman's skates. Back to the point. Deflected right on, and a huge stick there by Ian Hoover. Another shot deflected just wide, but if Hoover didn't get a stick on that, it was on the back door, and there was a Rhode Island Ram right there to knock it in. It would have been Dennis Engelson. The job not done yet for Drexel, though. Nick Castura with it as they try to escape the zone. Played forward there, and Eugene Lim kind of with a back heel, which kept it in momentarily. Now carried back on. Jake DeRocher sent that one low, and back to the sideboards it comes. Engelson lays a hit on Patrick McGinley. Engelson has it now at the base of his skate, flipped up and out of the zone. It's tipped out, and so this should take the faceoff outside of the Rhode Island offensive zone with 5:43 to go in the first period. A scramble for the puck. A lot of bodies. The puck wasn't moving much. Now it's onto the stick of Anton Kazitsky, who glides in. Sent right in front. Oh, and somehow it ended up on the stick of URI. Great play there by Jonathan Shaw. Flipped up. Everybody's onside. Drexel looking to clear, and they're not going to. Winding slap shot. They score. What a snipe from the point. URI goes up 3-1, and skating to the bench first, Andrew Ide, who wound up and slapped that one home from deep. (3-1) Rhode Island, and another one there where Drexel unable to get the puck out of the Rhode Island offensive zone. And a timeout called. Has to be Drexel here. 5:17 to go. An early burn. And Kyle Zoldi and his staff not happy with the effort of the team at this point. Opportunistic Rams here today. Rhode Island with this 2-goal cushion. Once again, it's Alumni Family Weekend. Had a nice alumni and family skate beforehand today. A nice tailgate in the back room, food, drinks, good people, and then the alumni game will take place at the conclusion of this one. No, unfortunately, we won't have the call of that one, but I hear there's 20 to 25 alums that are ready to lace up the skates I'm told there's one goaltender, so a D2 goalie that otherwise would have been playing a game tonight that's since been canceled. He's going to get a little run against the old guys here today. So that should be a lot of fun for everyone who chooses to participate. Here is Cudd. Lost it in his skates. Looking to get it back, and Urbani is there for Drexel. Ortiz lost his stick, but played across for Fiore. Here's Ty Black. Fiore there, one more nudge deep. Sambuco deep to try to get it. Barcelo there for Rhode Island. Played out to the center of the ice, kept in by Sambuco, winding and firing. That was blocked almost immediately off his stick. Sambuco depleted. Fiore comes right on, and the puck comes back to the point and out. Ty Black got tied up with who else but Alex Cudd. Not making many friends this weekend. Sent right across. Almost got to the stick of Kyle Fiore. Good move there by Nick Urbani to throw that one across to a dangerous area. 4:24 to go first period. Kept in at the point by Wyeth Cool. Sent across. Urbani. Right across, and that was deflected. It almost came to the near side post, just outside that post. Now out of the zone comes Rhode Island, gaining the red line, and they'll send this one deep. That was Matt Tetrault as he skates to the bench on a bum leg. URI got the change they needed, a good shift there for Drexel. And now they try to spring McEwen, who gets the touch at the red line. Briggs calmly pushes it back behind the net. And just in time for Ronan Judge to get crushed there by John McEwen, who lays another hit as well. Rhode Island with a touch at the red line. Chasing it deep now, number 12, Nick Ferraro. Ferraro has it on his stick. Taken down by Carver with no call. He looks to the referee, sees nothing. And back to the point. Shot by Ronan Judge. It was blocked and right back onto his stick. From an off angle, takes the shot, and it's saved by Logan Kramsky. 3:18 to go first period. It's Rhode Island 3, Drexel 1. A heck of a start from this Rams club on day 2 of the doubleheader here from the class of 1923 arena. Took an odd bounce, so right in front it comes and they score. Not home cooking there. Griffin Long did not miss. Let's get another look. Right by where it says Steam Fitters Local Union 420. And it takes a 90-degree turn right in front for Griffin Long. Doesn't miss, top 90. Not much you can do about that one. And on a day when you're not getting the hops, that's one you don't like. So it's 4-1 Rhode Island, 3:03 to go first period. A heck of an output from this Rams team. They try to get one right back to the Dragons. Save made there by Briggs. Launched up into the center of the ice. And Coleman this time had a decision to make. He kind of backed off the puck. And now Griffin Long, who just scored the goal, wraps in front, and they score again. Griffin Long, it's 5-1 Rhode Island. And another one there where a decision had to be made by the defenseman, maybe taking it a little bit passively. Griffin Long was anything but passive and put it away. A 4-goal lead, just better than 17 minutes into this one. Jared Ortiz now in the neutral zone, gives it away. And Rhode Island, well, they may want some more here as they dump this one deep. Ty Black in the area. Muscled 3 by Andrew Ide, but now given away to Drexel. Touched at the red line by Sambuco. He's offside, and there's your whistle. Not a lot of friends on either side of this one here today. 4 Drexel Dragons in the face of Dylan Weichelbaumer. And chucked deep. 2:06 to go. It's 5-1 Rhode Island. An offensive output. Emma Lindvall. The next question you ask is, as Logan Kramsky remains in net, he's been left out to dry several times. This is certainly not his issue, but this is his second consecutive game. 2 straight nights here. Brian O'Toole on the bench. Does he get a look to begin the second period? We'll keep an eye out for that. 1:32 to go in the first period. Can Drexel snag one back? Yes, it's a 4-goal cushion for Rhode Island, but one in the final minute 30 could be meaningful here with a long 60-plus minutes to go, or make that 40-plus minutes of regulation to go. Shovel deep, Carver got a good touch when he needed it. Emily make that Eugene Lim, beg your pardon, on the far side. Played forward with 1:04 to go. Up to the point, flicked up, and it goes out of play. 59 seconds left in this first period. A skyward one, which almost brought rain here at the class of 1923 arena, makes its way back behind the net. Sean Carver with 45 seconds to go. Lim splits 2 and draws a penalty. 37 seconds left in the first period. Get one more look. There it is right there, the slash. Will send Rhode Island to the box for the second time today. Number 28, Jackson Shevlin. And Rhode Island gets the clearance. 30 seconds left in the period. This penalty would extend into the second if Drexel cannot get a goal, and now the next 23 seconds. Eugene Lim gains the red and now the blue line, back for Ty Black. Lim, good moves. Dropped right in front, and that one is cleared down the ice. 7 seconds left. Urbani with 4, launches it deep, and it does come on net, down to 1, and Briggs. And we may not have seen the end of this period yet, but they'll dust themselves off and head to the locker room. 5-1 your score. Rhode Island out with a fury in the first 20 minutes. You're watching Drexel Hockey on Bob Long Sports and the Drexel Hockey Network. We'll take a break for just a few minutes, and like all of our broadcasts, today's game brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Stay with us. We'll be back for the second period in just a few. Second period about to get underway here from the class of 1923 arena. Now, when I came on the air, I said Lucas Freeman will join us momentarily. Well, moments later, here we are. Lucas, welcome back to the broadcast booth, my friend.
Obviously, it's a little bit of a tough start there for the team. Missed a tough period there, but hoping I'm back now, and hopefully we'll see some better hockey here.
Yeah, maybe the lucky charm, huh? Well, time will tell.
Hopefully. I think you and I have had a good run here of games, so let's hope now good form comes back here. Tough period. Obviously, I think you expected URI to come out hard after last night. Certainly, I think they felt they didn't play their best hockey yesterday. Obviously, they did come out with a great start to the game. And listen, we got a long way to go here. Still 40 minutes of hockey, so plenty of time. Drexel's just got to take it one goal at a time. Find that first one, build off of it from there. I'm sure that was the message in the locker room. What's done is done now, and it's time for them to get to work.
Put 20 on the clock. Second period about to get underway. Remember that Drexel is also on the power play for the next minute 23. So 5-on-4 to start. Patrick McGinley, the captain, out there to take the draw, and we're underway. Drexel in gold, Rhode Island in blue. Here's Eugene Lim streaking up the center of the ice. Comes right on, takes the shot, it's wide. But you can see a little bit of buzz in the step here, and that one, unfortunate for Drexel. Lucas hit the skate of the official. That was coming to Castor at the point.
Yeah, it's a good start, though. It's what you want to see from the team. They got to come out with a buzz here. Big period for everyone. Kind of got to find their form again. They've been in great form recently at home, and hopefully here, like I said, still 40 minutes of hockey left to go, so plenty of time here.
Eugene Lim poked at from behind, a stick lift, and it'll change possession. Now nudged forward for Nick Castura, who brings it on 1-on-3. And a penalty is going to be called. 19:07 to go in the third period.
We'll see here.
Yeah, it's going to go against Rhode Island.
Yeah, which is going to be
number 4, Logan Clavitt, 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. Lucas.
You know, if you ever needed something to jumpstart the offense here, 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. It's a great opportunity for the Dragons to get something going. Obviously, in an ideal world, you're able to get one here on the 5-on-3 and then get another one maybe on that 5-on-4. 2 goals quick, you're right back in this game. So Drexel looks like they'll start off with Kazitsky, Fior, and McCune. Looks like Sambuco and Urbani will be on the points for this one.
An important face-off won by McEwen. Urbani back for Sambuco, but he caught it on his backhand, so we'll cycle. Good spot for Urbani. Lines it up, shoots it right into the catching stomach of Curtis Briggs.
And I think there, obviously can't get into the mind of Urbani, but I think he would have liked to get that a little more elevated. Looks like he was walking in, clear lane to the net, just unable to find one in the corners. Good shot, though, and we'll continue on here.
Yeah, certainly, I mean, an element of the 5-on-3, but if you're Augustine, man, how do you let a guy like Urbani with a snipe like that? That one ripped high. I think it was deflected on the way there. 13 seconds left on the 5-on-3. That one flipped up. It'll get into the netting, and a face-off will come with 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 18:46 to go in the second period.
Yeah, as it seems here, as you were saying, Bob, it's tough to see how you could let someone walk right to the net, but it seems like URI is pretty happy just to play in a triangle and let Drexel move the puck around them. So it's up to Drexel here. They still have 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Find a lane to the net.
Yeah, costly face-off not to win there, though, and it makes its way out to center ice. Now, as it becomes 5-on-4, that extra skater will go right to the bench rather than join the rush. 1:25 left for a 5-on-4 for Drexel. Leading the way, Kazitsky. Had it taken away from him and cleared all the way down the ice by Rhode Island. One thing that this Rhode Island team has done well all weekend long, even in a loss yesterday, is the penalty kill, Lucas.
Yes, they've been very good on the penalty kill. Very aggressive here as they take the puck again. They've done a great job killing off when they've been a man down. So hopefully Drexel's able to crack it here.
Kyle Fiore comes to a stop, gives it away, but Drexel going to get it back. Sambuco. Shot by Urbani, that one sticked wide. Kazitsky and now Fiore back down below the goal line. 39 seconds left on the power play. Shot, that one caught him up high, but Briggs did enough, and great positioning by the Rhode Island netminder. 30 seconds to go. Coming back to the point, but not out. Urbani shoots again and into the catching glove of Curtis Briggs.
I was just going to say, Briggs, you know, we talked about him yesterday, was goalie of the month for the ASCHL. He was doing really well. He had a tough start yesterday. It was 2 goals in the first period, but since then, obviously, he's only let up 2 goals total in the next, I guess we'd say 3 periods and a little bit in change here. So Briggs has certainly found his form here at the class of 23. It's going to be up to Drexel to find a way to beat him.
Lim didn't get much of anything on that one-timer, kind of slid down the stick. 14 seconds left on the Drexel power play. This is Ty Black now down below the goal line. The defenseman churning in from all angles. Back for Urbani. Urbani tried to slide that one on the ice to Castura. Black now, back for Castura, and it's back to 5-on-5. Castura thought there was a whistle or maybe thought there was someone behind him. Either way, kind of gave up on the play. Drexel gets nothing on that special teams opportunity, Lucas.
Yeah, nothing there. Unfortunately, early on there were a couple scoring chances, but not much there for Drexel, and we're back to even strength here. 16 minutes to go in the second. Drexel's got to find one kind of quick here. Obviously, you don't want to take a 4-goal or even maybe a 3-goal deficit into the third. I think if they can get it back to 2, they give themselves a chance at going into the third.
And a giveaway. They score again. It's been the day of giveaways. Jacob Kelly, who was scratched last night, he gets the goal. He got the start, and it's a 5-goal lead for URI. Here's the giveaway right in front of the net. Kelly, thank you very much.
Yeah, and it's been a theme, I think, of shooting high as well. They've been finding those corners really well. You know, it looks like we're going to have a goalie change here, I think, as I think O'Toole is going to come into the game. Kramsky's night looks like it's going to be done.
And I surmised that question in the latter stages of the first period, Lucas, before you joined the telecast.
Yeah.
Would Kramsky even come out for the second period?
You know, I was thinking the same thing as we went into that first intermission. I thought we might see O'Toole come right out after the 5 goals in the first. Obviously, just a tough day all around. I know Kramsky is certainly not feeling great right now.
But this is why. 3-on-1, straight across, and they couldn't get the shot off the blade.
And it's going to be tough here for O'Toole. You know, he's got to come in cold, find his footing early on there. So we'll see here. We're going to need anything to change the momentum here as Drexel's looking for.
Wide open ice. That one took an odd hop. Didn't make any noise as it came off the backboards. Nathan Runk. Emil Lindvall backhands this along as Drexel gets a change. Turning on it now, number 17, Jonathan Shaw. Into the neutral zone. Shaw's going to get it back on his stick. Gaining the red line, and now Drexel has it. Good move there, but offside on the far side there was Ryan Sambuca, now getting dusted up with Shaw.
Yeah, it's a tough one there, as it looked like Drexel might have an opportunity. Unfortunately,
boy, that was close too, Lucas, on the replay.
Don't know how well the replay is going to show it, but you know, some days nothing's going your way, and right now it certainly doesn't feel like anything's going Drexel's way. As we said, though, still plenty of hockey left to play. We got about 35 minutes here to go, so plenty of time left. Certainly a different feel here today as well, kind of an afternoon game where I think we're used to the classic 7:40 starts at night here, but a little bit of a different feel. Day game here.
Shot saved there by O'Toole. Big rebound in front. They couldn't get the follow. That was all number 21, Griffin Long, as the puck rolled over his backhand on the second effort. Now, given away once again. Luke Judge back behind the net. Sean Carver's going to get there first. And there's number 22, Jimmy Bell. Jimmy Bell getting his first run of the weekend after being scratched last night and helping us with camera, Lucas.
Yeah, and also Colin Quinn, who had a great assist on that first goal from DiCarlo. It was a great play behind the net. Seems like a while ago now, but happy to see Jimmy and Quinn getting a chance out here tonight.
As Quinn, just as you say that, comes off the bench. Very prescient there, Lucas. Good stick work that time by Brian O'Toole out to the center of the ice, dished off for Quinn. Quinn can skate with the best of them.
Yeah, and I think you might see some different line combinations here, as it looks like we might get another penalty.
Comes against Rhode Island, yes.
Yeah. So,
what were you getting at there, though?
I was saying, you know, here we are, obviously a 6-1 game. Things are not going your way so far. You might see some different line combinations here. Just trying to mix things up and get something going. Obviously, you know, you come into the game with your lines, and most times you're going to play those out. But when you find yourself in a situation like this, whatever you're doing isn't working for that first part. So you might as well start trying some new things. So you might see some new lines here, as it looks like we actually might have a little bit of a different power play look with, looks like Kazitsky, is that McCune and Fior, with Lim and Urbani on the points, who usually play with the other pair. So we will see.
Urbani's deflected shot goes up and wide. Back for Eugene Lim. Sends it down below the goal line for John McEwen. Really good stick work there by Logan Clavitt, but not able to clear. Kazitsky gets it onto his forehand, tries to go back to the backhand, and at that point taken off his stick. Kyle Fiore, John McEwen, good energy from this offensive unit thus far. Back for Eugene Lim, sliding into the slot, back for McEwen, replaced there. McEwen at the edge of the circle as he awaits further help, and it'll come in the form of Kyle Fiore. Shot was deflected right off the stick of Nick Urbani. Behind the net, McEwen. Bounce right in front. Briggs gets his hand on it, and URI going to protect their netminder there in front.
Yeah, is there a little bit of a good flurry of action? Obviously, I think Drexel's looking for a couple more clear-cut scoring chances, but at this point, they'll take anything they get, and we'll get a little bit of a mix-up here. It looks like we're going to go with Castura, McGinley, and Sambuco. Urbani is normal, but Black is going to replace Lim on the points. So we're going to see if this combination can get anything going.
One-timer from Castura, jamming away at it. Briggs came up with it, and now they're going to get after it. Wow, a pile drive there, taking down Sambuco. That was number 18, Thomas Fagan. And now Nick Castura is getting after it with the goaltender. Rhode Island's not going to like that. He's getting sent off the ice. Barcelo was the one who was trying to tend to Briggs.
Yeah, and it looks like here the linesman and the ref are going to try to get control of this. That one, certainly a melee that came out in front of the net.
Oh,
and they're going to have to keep them separated here. As you can see, the linesman is skating them all the way to the boxes. They're going to keep them definitely separated here. I think the linesman and the referee are going to have a conference at some point, because, you know, when you only have one referee, when you're not playing with two, obviously I think the referees look to their linesmen more for assistance in situations like this. Less set of eyes, so you can see the one's linesman skating over as I think they're just going to skate one player off the ice here.
Listen, and that's the guy that has to come off the ice. He grabbed Sambuco and slammed him to the ice. And I get that there was a little dust-up leading to that situation, but that's taking it a step beyond. And it's no surprise to me that they're skating him right off the ice.
He's not going back to the locker room, which leads me to believe maybe they've put him there because they don't want to leave him in this box. I don't know, or he is kicked out. We'll see, but kind of weird here. He has not gone to the locker room yet.
Well, Joe Augustine getting a talking to from the linesman, getting at least the explanation, whether or not he'll agree with it, Lucas.
Yeah, we'll see here. I mean, Coach Augustine, I'm sure, regardless of what happens here, is feeling pretty good about his team's position right now. So we'll see what comes of this as we get an explanation. As the coaches and the captains will get an explanation. They've put Castura's number up on the board. Sambuco is standing in the box.
With Castura, yes.
With Castura, but his number is not up on the board yet. And it looks like, I think what the linesman's trying to explain to him is he's just trying to separate the guys, because, like I said, number 18 on URI, Thomas Fagan, has not gone back to the locker room, which leads me to believe he has not been kicked out of this game. Otherwise, I would think the ref would say something.
It's tough to say. It looked like two punches there and then picking up Sambuco and slamming him to the ice. I know we're not trying to litigate semi-bad versus really bad, but that was the worst of what we saw in that exchange.
Yeah, certainly. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, as Fagan is just standing on their bench right now. So we'll see. Maybe he's just going to be there for a temporary holding, but hey, one of the unique things about this rink, I think we talk about it all the time, no glass in between.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, to get these officials mic'd up? Would love to understand what's going on with all these calls. We can make our best judgment. But
I think it would. I think, you know, as we see maybe 24/7 style, might have to hire someone else just to monitor the audio before it goes across the air if we did that. But it'd be great for the fans. So.
Well, I mean, on and off, like a walkie, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Just turn it on like just like you would in an NHL game when you have to make a call.
Yeah. Yeah, great series. I wish they would bring 24/7 back for those hockey fans who watched that. That was a real inside look into the game, and I think all hockey fans enjoyed that one. So we'll see if maybe someday they could get that here. But as the refs and the linesmen still having some sort of a conversation, I think the linesman is really adamant about keeping Fagan on that side of the ice, even though technically it's not the penalty box. Listen, though, we usually have this set up here, and I mean, for the better part, the players usually don't.
Players usually don't.
The players usually don't do anything there. They usually end up sitting there. So we were just trying to look here with the ref. Still having a conversation now. Sambuco is going to the bench.
Huh, yeah.
So are they just going to say Sambuco can go to the bench, Fagan can go to the bench, and we'll hold, it looks like, is that Quinn and Castura in the box?
Yeah, now the coach is on the bench getting an explanation. Dylan Dignan particularly vocal. And now Derek Cruz getting in on the mix as well.
Yeah, it's been a good couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes since we've had some play. So here we go again.
So as it turns out, one guy in the box, it looks like, for Rhode Island, 2 in for Drexel, but on the board it shows 1 apiece, and it's a 4-on-4 for the next, well, I don't know if that's even true. It shows that.
Well, so it looks like what they did is they were already on the power play, Drexel. So it looks like they put 1 up for Castura, which will turn into a power play for URI after this expires. So.
Yeah, so call it about a minute worth of a power play for Drexel, or for URI after the next 38 seconds. Here's Nick Urbani with a shot. They score! Screened all the way. It was Tyler Black in front. Urbani's wrister finds the back of the net.
And that's just what you need there to get yourself back in. Not quite back into this game yet, but hey, you got to start somewhere. And like I said, you got to take it one at a time. 6-2 now, and we'll see how this continues on.
So as it turns out now, it'll be a Rhode Island power play for the next minute.
Well, actually, it's 4-on-4 goal.
You're right.
We will say 4-on-4.
But for the minute after this expires, point being, Lucas,
URI will go on the power play.
But what happened to draw that was getting into it with the goaltender.
Correct, yes.
And that's not something that'll be stood for.
Nope.
And so after all of that, yes, the coincidental, or we don't really know what happened to Fagan versus Sambuco, but the only other thing that came from that was Castura getting after the goalie.
Yeah, and like I said, it's weird. If you could see across the ice, Fagan's kind of still standing in the corner there on the other side of the goalies, which leads me to believe he is just there as a temporary penalty box, but we will see when he finds his way back onto the ice. Certainly you would think he would have to wait for a whistle after the penalty expires, but we will see what happens there.
12:20 to go in this period, and now it is 5-on-4 for the next 41 seconds. Carried forward by Rhode Island, number 11, Zachary Riccatelli, who got the start at center here today. Back to the point, across for Jake DeRocher. There's a shot right on, and O'Toole makes the save. You talked about O'Toole coming in cold. He certainly did, and then he had to sit there for 5 minutes as they dusted up everything that happened on the other end. 12 seconds left on Rhode Island's man advantage. Played across for Ronan Judge.
Yeah, as we see here, now we'll go back to even, so good job there from Nate Rung. And unfortunately hits the ref, but
did enough. And they wave off the icing. Out of position there was Briggs, got a nice stick on it. And 2 Drexel Dragons lay a hit.
Yeah, as you can see here, Drexel really trying to change the momentum here. So they're going around as Jimmy Bell and Kyle Fiore will forecheck this one. Oh, too many, maybe.
Yeah,
right off
called.
the bench, but not called there.
And now Drexel coming the other way. Fiore plays this one across the center of the ice. One touch and it's intercepted. And now 1-on-none, but they couldn't quite figure out how to get to the puck. Still not out of trouble. And across, Drexel makes the defensive adjustment. They're going to get it out to center ice. Excellent there, Lucas, because an initial miscue could have led to a breakaway.
Yeah, they almost had a great chance there. Thankfully, puck couldn't find the stick. And it went right into the corner here as Drexel now try to break it out.
No icing as they elected that Barcelo could have gotten to that puck. Oh. Huge hit there by Chris DiCarlo. And slow to get up is Jonathan Shaw. The other way, though, with numbers comes Rhode Island. Takes the shot, and now we get a whistle.
Certainly a big hit there from DiCarlo. Ref thought it to be clean, though, as he did not call anything.
Now the linesman barking at the Drexel bench.
Yeah, I think everyone certainly knew we had the potential to have a, we'll call it fun afternoon here today after last night, how that one ended. So certainly living up to expectations today. A lot of talk between the two benches. Certainly some physical play here. You know, the ref has had words with, and the linesmen have had words with both teams at different points. So,
well, the teams were barking at each other. The actual bench found Dennis Engelson to be not to their liking as he was shouting back at the Drexel bench. Now Drexel wants this faceoff to come outside of the Rhode Island offensive zone. As soothing music comes across the public address, Lucas, the guy in the box knows how to soothe the situation.
I was actually looking at the ref there. He had something to say to some of the players as they were going. So we'll see here.
Halfway through this hockey game.
Yeah, halfway through. It's been an interesting one for sure. 8 goals put up. Unfortunately, 6-2 in favor of Rhode Island. But as that one will probably go.
Yep, called for icing. 9:47 to go. You talked a little bit earlier about playing these games during the day as opposed to the normal 7:40 start. One advantage of that, there's a little line of windows up top, and if you look to about your 2 o'clock, Lucas, you see 2 of the greatest sporting venues at any level in any sport. One is the Palestra, home of the Penn Quakers and the Big Five, and then Franklin Field, home of the Quakers football team, home of the Philadelphia Eagles back from 1960 to 1971, home of the Penn Relays since 1895, and more recently we've seen a lot of high-level high school football taking place at Franklin Field. Also, the Palestra hosts the Philadelphia Catholic League basketball semifinals and finals. So a lot of history in those 2 buildings, a lot of history here as well.
I was just going to say, Bob, I didn't know if you were going to add it in there, that I think, you know, this building has a history of its own and maybe sometimes doesn't get the recognition as those 2 do, but between the 3 buildings here, I think it's some of the, as you said, some of the best sports complexes in the entire country, certainly some of the most historic. And when you have the Palestra, Franklin Field, class of 1923 Ice Arena, all 3 very established facilities that have been here for a while, it's just a great place to be and a great place to play hockey. And, you know, hopefully Drexel can call this home for a while.
Eugene Lim takes the shot. It was just wide. That was the right idea as the goaltender was sliding to his left to try to beat him to his right. Now nudged into the zone there by Rhode Island. Onto it, number 12, Nick Ferraro. And Ferraro joined there by Riccatelli. But now it comes to Drexel's defensive unit. Eugene Lim there, and he just ties himself up. And some contact late and high. I'm going to elect to do the replay here just to see this.
Because there was a audible cry in the rink.
And there it is, right at the top of your screen there.
Drexel obviously there trying to stand up for its teammates. Unfortunately, though, it looks like you might get some retaliation from them.
Yeah, and they're still tied up in the ice. The linesman took Nick Castera's stick and sent it flinging. And they're still getting it. They need 2 linesmen to get after this.
As here we go, as they'll break them up. The linesman.
Now they're jawing on this side of the ice as well. Number 12, Nick Ferraro, got the start here today. And Ferraro is going to be sent off, it looks like.
So we
now let's
see
get a
here,
look at the benches here.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Patrick McGinley pleading with the official. So is it McGinley getting sent off?
And now McGinley's going to get himself
at least to the penalty box, it looks like. So Kyle Fiore taking on the captain responsibility to absorb whatever message is being sent. Nick Ferraro, number 12. He's the one without his helmet. He was asked to go at least to the bench and probably off to the locker room. Again, mic up these officials.
Yeah, yeah, as we see here, something. I think URI's asking for a trainer as well. Obviously, a trainer is tied up with, looks like Ty Black who got hit there. So a lot of carnage right now on the ice. A lot going on to take in here.
Kyle Fiore taking on the captain's duties.
As it looks like he's going to go get the EMS personnel here who are going to need some assistance.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Another lengthy delay ahead of us here, guys. 8:50 to go in the second period, and it's slowed to an absolute crawl. It's been a chippy game all afternoon. And I would expect that this is going to be called very tightly from here in.
Yeah, as we see here, a lot of conversation going on.
Nick Castero was visibly upset about something, and Eugene Lim being let out of the penalty box probably because he's heading to the locker room.
And it looks like, to be honest, the one linesman has the score sheet in his hand, which is never a good sign because clearly they have a lot of things they're writing down right now. Now, I think what's going to be hard to dictate here is they have to remember this all started back when URI, I didn't catch what number that was, took down Ty Black in the corner.
Nick Ferraro, yes.
Nick Ferraro took down Ty Black in the corner. That's what started this all. So hopefully they remember that as the original call. Regardless of what happened after, if they're going to take, you would expect players from both sides.
Jonathan Shaw walking to the locker room.
Number 22 as well.
Number 22, Luke Judge. We know number 12, Nick Ferraro, we mentioned him.
Yeah, he's already been removed, it looks like.
Yeah, so actually, as it turns out, number 22, Luke Judge, coming back. He was just having the conversation with Shaw. Shaw is deep in the tunnel over by the Zamboni. Eugene Lim was escorted back to the locker room on our side of the ice.
As we're certainly here, have a long pause figuring this one out. Man, could you have used that fourth official today? Could you have, Bob? I mean, they've certainly had a lot to get their hands full. So.
Oh, you had two linesmen trying to break up the fight initiated there by Nick Ferraro.
Well, and that's the problem there, and that's obviously why the referees, as much as they can, try to keep themselves out of the action because they need to be able to see everything that happens. Sometimes, even when you have two referees, they keep themselves out of it so they can both see it. But especially with one referee, you only have the two linesmen, and it looks like the linesman's going to give the coaches a discussion here of what's going on.
You know what we really should do for next time?
Bring the mic down there.
Bring the mic down and have somebody just kind of sitting there with it, and I'll turn it up when they come over and have the conversation. We might do that next game or next period. Who knows?
You might have to find one of who's ever the backup goalie for the day or someone who obviously doesn't have any on-ice responsibilities at the time and let them know.
Or we could just put it down there, and I can use the mixer.
You can do that too. Actually, there's a little ledge, it looks like, right behind the bench. You just leave it there, and again, you might just have to make sure we could screen the audio first, but as long as we can do that.
There's no FCC guarding this, Lucas.
It's good. I'm sure the viewers at home will appreciate it anyway.
Yep.
So as we're looking here. So certainly a long pause.
A long pause. You see the conversation happening on the Rhode Island side. 8:50 to go in this second period. This has been the better part of 10 minutes.
This is making that first pause look short. This is definitely, as here we go, finally a signal as they're going to point face off down here. It looks like there's going to be plenty of penalties, but everything's going to wash out except for that initial, which actually, though, I mean, I would have been a 5, but it looks like they've only put 2 on the board.
And then the other thing is, and you hear the restlessness in the crowd, there could be something to that. At some point, you address it, you move on, and you get the hockey game back going.
Yeah, well, we're
right, I mean, this stop doesn't really help anybody.
No, it certainly doesn't. And, well, now we're going to see how they come back out of this break. So as Drexel sends its guys out, URI's guys are still around the bench, but certainly been a long pause here. Maybe in between periods here, Bob, you can just go down and interview the referee, and we'll get his take on everything that's gone on instead of getting the coaches on the side. He's certainly had enough to do in this game so far. So
Drexel has 5 on the ice. Rhode Island has 4. Alex Cudd paying rent in the sin bin all weekend long.
Yes, he's certainly found a home there in some ways. So
now the linesman is there, but the official is still over by the scorer's box. Now skating over to Drexel. The other linesman is still on that Drexel bench, Dylan Dignan and Derek Cruz. Indignant, it would appear.
Clearly not happy with something.
You ready for hockey, Lucas?
Yes, here we go.
So it's a power play to Drexel. But Coleman has it poked away. 1-on-2. And they'll just kind of shield it back behind, right where the scene of the crime occurred.
And if nothing else, bench is looking a little light for the Dragons right now. Obviously, lots of players in the box are getting tended to, but as we see a little bit different look here on the power play as well. No, obviously Black was hurt there. No Urbani, though, right now, as Coleman's taking jobs at the top. It's a good shot there.
Kyle Fiore now lost it again. Just, unforced errors here, Lucas. Seems to be the theme of the day. Now a long pass finds Anton Kazitsky. And he's going to skate this one back, but with him every tread of the way is Andrew Ide. Touched there, and URI is going to have basically an uncontested clearance. Brett Coleman with 52 seconds left on the power play. Kazitsky moved through one would-be hit, and he's going to get it back. Kazitsky stops on a dime, wraps it around. Nate Runk first to it. Runk kind of overskates it, but now McEwen with it. McEwen back to the point, and it pops over the stick of Sean Carver, and everything just a little bit off.
Yep, as there you said, another unforced error there as it just pops over the stick.
Wyeth Kuhl takes a hit high, and Kazitsky working hard on the forecheck. McEwen joins the fight. Onto the stick of Runk, and again, just out. Carver lost it, and now it's 1-on-none. Andrew Ide scores! A giveaway again, and it's a 7-2 lead for Rhode Island. What an effort here from Rhode Island. Certainly opportunistic, finishing when Drexel makes the mistake.
A tough break there as well. You know, it's just been a tough day all around so far for the Dragons. It just hasn't seemed like anything has worked here. I don't know, Bob, this might be the quietest you've heard the building all year. It's certainly a good attendance today, but just not much going on right now.
And now that's the end of the penalty for Rhode Island. So Drexel no longer on the power play. 6:42 to go. This is Alex Cudd just out of the box. Carried on by Rhode Island. Flipped across the ice. Shot. And a hit is going to be called a penalty against Drexel. Jimmy Bell getting mixed up.
As we see here,
it'll be Bell to the box for the hit on Jackson Shelvin. You're not kidding about a light bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skaters.
7 skaters right now on the bench.
On the bench.
For the Dragons. So
now there are 2 in the penalty box as well. So that's technically 8, right?
Well, so if we do the math and you start with 19 skaters, right? 2 goalies, 21 guys total. Obviously, well, now there's only 4 guys on the ice, so that's going to take another one. We got 4 guys on the ice.
2 in the box.
2 in the box. You're up to 6, and then
7. So
yeah, 7 on the bench. So you're certainly starting to feel it on the bench now.
So 4 guys and a coach in the locker room.
I think we can count Ortiz, Urbani, Black, obviously Coach Zoldi. I don't know who that 4th guy is. We might have to take a closer look here and see what numbers we're missing. But certainly right now that's a huge shot to the D, because that's 2 of your defensemen right there, and Black and Urbani that currently are not.
It's unfortunate,
on the bench,
but they can almost field aside for the alumni game.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see here. Trying to look across the numbers, who else we're missing is.
Here's Fiore coming right on, takes the shot, it was high. 5:48 to go. It's 4-on-4 hockey at this point as one Dragon goes to the bench, a backhand goes well high. DeRocher funnels this one back below the goal line. Sean Carver overskates the puck, but no problem now as he turns on it. Flung deep, and that's not going to be on net, so an ill-advised one for Coleman there, almost like he didn't realize that it was 4-on-4.
Yeah, it's a tough one there. Looks like that will go for the icing. We'll bring it all the way back down into the Drexel end.
Drexel heads right into the winter break after this. Does not have a game next weekend, unlike most of the rest of the conference. They have a couple of games in hand over Rhode Island and several of the other teams. And so all they can do is sit and watch. They're going to have a 2-point deficit for 4th place going into the break, or at least going into next week. And then it's only accretive for the other 5 teams in the league from that point on.
Yeah, certainly setting up for a tough second half at this point. We'll see how it goes.
Rhode Island scores again. That's excellent puck movement, finished off by Zachary Riccatelli. A tick, attack, a toe, and on the far side, he gets the one-time forehand into the top shelf.
Yes, this one is certainly just not going the way of Drexel right now. Like I said, a pretty quiet building here today. 8-2 score right now.
Between the goals and the penalties and the stoppages, the period's taking an eternity as well. Big hit there. Nate Runk taken down. That was Mike Costello laying the wood. And in 3 seconds, we'll get 2 more skaters on the ice. We'll get back to 5-on-5. Costello carried up the center of the ice. And Kazitsky, as well as Sambuco. Sambuco gets it on his stick, couldn't get the shot off. Winding and firing, didn't get anything on it. Brett Coleman now numbers the other way for Rhode Island. 3-on-2 developing. Good move, shot, and O'Toole never got even into the stance. I don't know that he saw that one particularly well. Luke Judge took the shot. Sambuco. Sambuco takes the shot. Big save there and covering up Curtis Briggs.
Yeah, it's good opportunity there. 4 minutes here. Obviously, Drexel just trying to do anything at this point to change the momentum as best they can. Obviously,
heck, even just to get to the dressing room.
Yeah, looking at a steep climb right here, right now.
Hoover with a shot. Had to get the pad on it, did Briggs. DeCarlo, Hoover will get another shot at it, but he whiffed on it. Just one of those days. A backhand comes on without much pace, and Briggs has no problem. So what's the rest of the day look like, Lucas, for the folks that are here?
Yeah, so for folks that are here after this, we'll head into our alumni game after this. And then after that, we'll have our after party at the Post, one of the bars right down the street from the rink here. Be good to catch up with everyone. Obviously, it might be a little dampened mood, but we'll see how that goes, and also look forward to the alumni game next. So.
Are you skating as well?
Yeah, I'll be skating, as we'll have looking like about 25, 30 alumni out here today to skate. So looking forward to a good time, as the referee looks like he's going to have a call to make here.
Yeah, penalties coming up against Rhode Island on the touch.
And we just can't find our way out of this period, can we?
3 minutes and 12 seconds. Which will probably take us another 15 minutes at this rate.
I'd like to know what time we actually started this period.
Yeah.
I didn't look at my watch or my phone when it started. I wish I would have, because I think this might be the longest period of the season so far. But
this one pretty easy to litigate here. Just Andrew Ide for 2 minutes. No extracurriculars. So we'll get right back to it. 2 minutes on the clock from a penalty standpoint, 3:12 in the period. Drexel goes 5-on-4. One back to Brett Coleman. Played across for Kyle Fiore, nudging it back deep below the goal line. One-timer. Good effort there, but Curtis Briggs on that near post. I like the play, and Nick Castura had a great look at it.
Yeah, it was a good look there for him. Just trying to get something going towards the net. You'll see here.
Coleman gains the blue line.
So, as I just got a note, the period started at 2:16. It's 3:14. I guess it's almost been an entire hour. That is the long period.
Yeah, that is a long period.
Holy.
That is. Dinner reservations are in play. That one hit the post.
I mean, usually we go through, what, about 30, 40 minutes for a period? And I know we've had a couple long stops, so it's certainly going to be a long game when we finish this one. So.
Fiore hangs on the puck tough. Sambuco, nice pass in the middle. Castura shot, rebound right in front. Briggs was looking behind him, whereas the puck was just right in front of him. Now up and out of play, we get a stoppage. 2:14 left to go in the period. 1:03 left on the Drexel power play. Yes, the score you see, it is correct. Rhode Island 8, Drexel 2. It came early, it came often, and now getting chippy in this second period.
And it hasn't stopped yet, as it's still been getting goals as we've gone through. Drexel was able to find it back to 6-2, but unfortunately now it's back up to 8-2. So as we see here behind the net is O'Toole will chip it on up himself.
Yeah, he got a touch twice there. You don't see that very often. 45 seconds left on this power play for Drexel. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. And Rhode Island having no problems killing this one off thus far.
Rhode Island certainly setting themselves up for, as it just hasn't been Drexel's day, has it?
Yeah, Kaczynski just tripped over a little bit of the ice.
But yeah, Rhode Island, played last night, playing again here today.
That certainly, one nearly went in, and O'Toole has to get back to the post.
Will feel much better about themselves going home after this one today, as Jimmy Bell's going to chase this one down. But but it's going to go to Briggs. And as I was saying, man, since the first period yesterday, hasn't Briggs looked a lot better? He's looked more to form, I think. Not that Drexel has had as many chances today as they did yesterday, but he certainly stood up for his part most of this game. So I'm sure Rhode Island after this will get on the bus to head home, and they'll be feeling
Drexel
much better
without really even a shot on net in that 2-minute power play. Now this one comes back towards the point, and Drexel able to get it into the neutral zone. Castero's going to have to touch up here, delay offside, can't play the puck. Now Wyeth Cool onto it now, backhands it along, but not out of the zone. Cool will get another shot at this one, wraps it with a forehand for Hoover. Can Drexel build? They'll try to go down the ice. It was tipped there, so no icing. Castero with 35 seconds, lays off for Kyle Fiore. Fiore on the far side boards, tied up, and Rhode Island in no particular hurry, but now it's nestled free. Cool, off the backboards, backhand, and it came across the paint off the stick of Nathan Runk. There's a pass, and Wyeth Cool got his stick on the ice as on the far side, Rhode Island attacks to the far side crease. 5 seconds, down to 4, down to 3. And that is how we're going to head to the third and final period of regulation. One more as Castura took a little shove towards Luke Judge as we go to the end of the period. Castura and Judge, best of friends as they head off to the respective dressing rooms. They've already started the clock, 15 and ticking. They're saying, hey, get the Zamboni out and start cutting this ice. It was 20 in between the first and the second period.
Yeah, no music, no real noise, no real nothing here. Kind of an eerie feeling in the ring. So we will see for this intermission how we go.
Lucas Freeman alongside me, Bob Long. End of the second period. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena. Drexel trailing 8-2 to University of Rhode Island. Drexel got the win last night. 3-2. It was an important one. This one kind of got out of control rather quickly. It's been chippy. The referee came over to the Drexel bench and basically said, hey, it's time to keep it clean. I'll say the same to University of Rhode Island. It's a 6-goal game, and I get nobody's happy, but what the Stripes are asking for is to get in and get out clean and healthy and everything that goes along with that one. The game, not particularly in doubt. It would take a Herculean comeback, and let's see what we have here for the final 20. And now we have a delay because the official is over in front of the Rhode Island bench having a discussion with them. And now we are underway. Drexel in gold, Rhode Island in blue. Final period of action here from the class of 1923 arena. Jammed along on the near side, Rhode Island sends this one back. Brian O'Toole in net for Drexel. Curtis Briggs in net for Rhode Island. Logan Kramsky got the start tonight. Was not his day, but quite honestly, a lot of turnovers and point-blank opportunities. Not a ton of them were Logan Kramsky's issue. A deflected shot will stay in the rink. Ian Hoover back there to get it. But there are days where whether it is your issue or not, you see that many pucks go by you, your coaches won't allow you to stay in the net for the remainder of the game. Just keeping your confidence up. Drexel about to go into a long break, but Kramsky's had an excellent first half of the year, and they want to keep him feeling good as they head into January. This is Jimmy Bell chasing it. Ronan Judge back there got the first stick on it, and now flicking it off the boards onto the stick of Luke Judge. Judge kind of got the puck tied up. This one's going to stay in the offensive zone for the time being for Rhode Island. Now on a delay off sides, everybody will have to touch up. Played forward to the center of the ice. Back for Wyeth Cool. And now played across for Sean Carver. Cool gets it back. A sputtering puck comes back onto his stick and flicked back into the neutral zone. It's Sean Carver back to get it. We appreciate Lucas Freeman and his help, not just today in the second period, but all year long as color commentator, but he went actually to go lace up the skates for the alumni game coming up after this one. Here's Ryan Sambuco, a shot, save, and on a rebound, Briggs does the rest. 18:09 to play. Third period, Rhode Island in control. Drexel wins this face-off. Coleman bats this one forward. Pinches at the point, but it comes out to the neutral zone. The defenseman Ian Hoover there for it. Touched up and stays in the rink. Colin Quinn has a full head of steam, but first to it was Logan Clavitt. Long shot, that one went high and off the back glass. Cudd plays it forward, tipped there by Hoover, and it pops up in the center of the ice onto the stick of Brett Coleman. A whistle, and Alex Cudd getting mixed up in front of the Drexel bench. That has been a bit of a familiarity over the course of the weekend. So the faceoff comes to center. It'll be Patrick McGinley against Andrew Ide, and Ide gets the better of it on that faceoff. Logan Clavitt plays to center. Now Dylan Weichelbaumer wraps it around the boards in the offensive zone, took an odd bounce and away from the stick of Alex Cudd. Cudd was offside, so couldn't touch it, and it's an icing. An offensive zone faceoff for Drexel coming, 17:24 to go, third period. McGinley again against Ide in the face-off circle. Drexel again in gold, Rhode Island in blue. And comes onto the stick of Alex Cudd. Potentially some numbers here for Rhode Island. Played onto the stick of Weichelbaumer. Takes the shot, but it was blocked right off the stick. Off angle, they don't know where the puck is. And it's in Brian O'Toole's padding somewhere. Now it pops out. Stayed out of the net and in the blue crease. 17-10 to play third period. Drexel will carry this one out past center ice. Castera gains the zone and shovels down towards the goal line. This is the Wyeth Cool, the defenseman. Send right in front. They shoot. Somehow that stays out of the back of the net. What a save by Curtis Briggs. And they go at it again. Let's see if we can catch the tail end of this one on replay. A nice find here from Castera right in front. And my, that's a good save. Couldn't quite lift the puck off the ice, but great lateral pad movement there by Curtis Briggs, who has been unbelievable in net tonight. And URI plays this one up the middle of the ice. Drexel couldn't get it onto the tape, and so it's sent back down the ice, waving off the icing. Brett Coleman back there to get it. Emma Lindvall lets it go past him. Shot right on. Catch made there by Brian O'Toole. 16:32 to play in the third period. Still 8-2 Rhode Island. Ryan Sambuco, good move there in front. Couldn't get back onto his stick or to that of Lindvall's. But Sambuco carries back to the point and not a good pass. Intercepted, it's going to create a 2-on-1, make it 3-on-2. One more extra pass. That one never had a chance there as that caught Luke Judge on the backhand. But possession in the offensive zone for Rhode Island. Jonathan Shaw had his shot blocked. One touch there. I think that was short of center ice. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So Drexel was getting a full change, and the linesman over to the Drexel bench. He had a good eye to know who was out there and who needs to come back out. The touch went just shy of center ice, and so the icing was the right call. 15:57 left to go on the third period clock. Opportunity in front. Griffin Long pops it up. It didn't get onto the stick of his teammate. Now carried forward by Nate Runk. Runk takes a hit into the board, stays on the puck, but now given away. Griffin Long pops it forward. Numbers here. 4-on-2 for Rhode Island. Shot, save made by O'Toole. A one-timer came from Griffin Long, and O'Toole, good lateral movement in the crease. 15:35 to play third period. And off the face-off, Drexel has it now. 15:30 to go as we flip it up right on. Get back to the point. Lined in a fire, gloved down, but not controlled there by O'Toole. Wyeth Cool back behind the net. Played forward for Chris DiCarlo. And now carried on at the red line, dispatched there by John McEwen. And a member of the Rhode Island team went down in a heap. That was Dylan Weichelbaumer, slow to get up. And now extra, it's Alex Cudd on top. John McEwen coming in to protect. It's Alex Cudd starting things again here for Rhode Island. Chris DiCarlo taken down. They weren't happy by what happened initially, Weichelbaumer, so perhaps it was DiCarlo who initially perturbed Rhode Island. Next thing you know, Alex Cudd is on top. And Alex Cudd, I bet that's it for him. Alex Cudd heading back to the dressing room. That's probably a little late to happen, quite frankly. A lot to clear up again. 14:58 left to go in this period. And, you know, you almost mercifully, just for both teams' sake, want the teams to get on the bus and call it a day here. It's a 6-goal game, and the chippiness is just not good. Joe Augustine, the longtime head coach for Rhode Island, 32 years. He's on the front of the bench now. He's come down from his perch and is sitting right next to the red line. The red line basically coming up the half wall there. Cudd assessed 5 minutes. Chris DiCarlo assessed 2 minutes. Cudd has gone back to the locker room. And a lot still to figure out. Both a linesman and an official talking to Dylan Dignan. We'll call him acting head coach here. Is Kyle Zoldi no longer on the bench? Derek Cruz, Tyler Woshner. All absorbed the commentary from the Stripes. And now with 14:58 to go, we're back to action. 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Sean Carver. Here's Patrick McGinley, bringing it on to his backhand, sends it across. Briggs has no problem with the stick there. McGinley still on the puck. Fiore lets that one dance over his stick, and controlled by Rhode Island. Now onto the stick of number 21, Griffin Long. Long at the top of the circle, guides down to the goal line and back to the point. This is Jake DeRocher. DeRocher across for Clavitt. And he'll play catch with DeRocher. Sends it right on. Save made. Wrap around. O'Toole there for the save a second time. And Drexel will move this one forward. It's McGinley again. 1-on-3. Second one coming. Blocker save that time by Curtis Briggs. 13:52 to go, third period, 51 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Ian Hoover. Hoover lost the puck, controlled there by Andrew Ide, and he'll just have some patience playing it across for Clavitt. A lot of open ice out there for Ronan Judge as he gains the blue line. Sets up the offense. Judge is going to get to the puck again after being pinned to the boards. And now turning on it, Dylan Weichelbaumer. Back for Judge. Winding. Across for number 5, Mike Costello in front. Backhand. And he was on that post. Brian O'Toole there for the save. This one comes out of the zone. Costello spins with it. There was a stick broken on the play. It was Andrew Ide's stick, so he raced to the bench and now has a new piece of wood as the old one lays waste on the near side of your screen. Flicked up by Emma Lindvall. They're going to keep the puck moving. Is Briggs as Drexel gets the change. This one will not escape the zone. Brett Coleman plays it down deep. just one guy down there. That's the defenseman, Sean Carver. He comes onto the puck, and he lost it off his edge. Tough day out there, I think, for Carver, but Coleman back there to get it. Carver plays it along for Patrick McGinley. Now it's a 5-on-4 for the next 2:23. Remember, the Alex Cudd 5-minute. So the 2-minute minor to Chris DiCarlo has been expired. Here's Carver. Sends that one deep. Carver decides to pinch. It's a good decision to pinch. Kind of held there, and I think could have seen something called there, but nothing was. Here's Sambuco, and Carver back there to get it. 12 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go on the Drexel power play. Touch there by the captain, Patrick McGinley. Back to get it, Ryan Sambuco, but first to it was DeRocher. Jonathan Shaw in the area. Shaw looking to get the clearance beyond the blue line, but McGinley is there. Back behind the net, Drexel looking for somebody to get there, but Shaw, he's everywhere on this sequence, but they still can't clear it. Comes right on, caught there by Briggs. A little bit extra, why not? Griffin Long with the shove. Jimmy Bell doesn't like the shove, and we go on and on. John McEwen gets a shove at the end of it as well. 1:32 left on this Drexel power play, 11:30 to go in the hockey game. Back to the point, here's Wyeth Cool. Lindvall and Cool play catch with it. Anton Kazitsky comes right on, sends it across. A shot came right across the crease, but whisked away. .10:58 to go, third period, 1 minute left on Drexel's man advantage. Kazitsky comes onto the puck, has Lindvall with him, they overlap. Wyeth Cool coming into the slot. One-time pass comes across, Kazitsky turns on the puck. Boy, is he good on the puck there. Leaves it back for Nathan Runk. Wyeth Cool at the point. There's a shot, it was blocked right off his stick. Kazitsky will get another look with 30 seconds left on the power play. Cool, there's a one-timer into the catching glove of Curtis Briggs, no problem there. That one corralled with ease. 10:23 to go in the game, 25 seconds left on the Drexel power play. Face-off controlled by Rhode Island, sent deep. Ian Hoover back to get it first. Andrew Ide provides a little bit of press. It pops right up, and Brian O'Toole has to make the catch. Well, Drexel will certainly have to take some lessons from this one as they head into the holiday break. Still a lot to play for as they come back to this barn in late January for their next home game. Looking to get into the top 4 in the conference. Colin Quinn taken down. Have to be in the top 4 to make it to the conference tournament. URI currently in one of those 4 spots. With this win today, they'll get a 3-1 share of the season series against Drexel. Rhode Island won the first 2 up in Rhode Island. Drexel won the first here, and Rhode Island certainly in control here in the second game at Drexel, the final game of the 4-game season series between the 2 clubs. This one will find its way into the neutral zone. Hoover couldn't make the catch. Full head of steam, coming right on the shot, and it was flicked high off the stick of Andrew Ide. Ide working against McEwen. Kept in the zone, but kicked out. Now to the center of the ice, Emma Lindvall plays this one deep. McEwen lays a hit, but the puck still on the stick of Rhode Island. Touched up once there by number 14, Dylan Weichelbaumer. And I didn't see this one particularly well. Back behind the play, we get a whistle at 9:01. Joe Augustine upset with one of his players. And a slash was the call. Didn't catch it on the replay. I didn't see it in live time. Jackson Shevlin. This was way behind the play, so it must have just been a frustration and a chippiness induced penalty. .901 to go, third period, and Drexel on another power play. Kyle Fiore. Played back behind the net. No one's at the opposite point, so Kaczynski has to race to get there. Wyeth Cool. Shot by Colin Quinn, and they score! Quinn got the shot. Perhaps it's Nathan Runk who gets the tip. Let's get another look, but it's the third goal of the day for Drexel. Tough to see there who got the, it might have been actually Patrick McGinley, the captain. Might have had the tip in front, Colin Quinn with the assist. Yeah, unless that was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that was. A puck was given to the coaching staff, and I'm wondering if that happened to be, you know, first goal for Quinn. I'm not actually sure of that. It may certainly not be, but don't know who that goal went to, either Quinn or number 13, Patrick McGinley. Now, they jam away at it. It's loose in front, and somehow Briggs makes the save. He didn't even know that he made the save, and yes, they get after it again. And you see the tail end of that as Briggs makes the save. 8 minutes, 18 seconds to go. So Drexel got the power play goal. One of, if not maybe the only, power play goal against Rhode Island on the weekend here. Face-off controlled by Rhode Island. They switch the ice well. There is some open ice here. Across for Long. Long tries twice. O'Toole there for the save. 8 minutes left in the hockey game. Tried to keep it in the zone, but could not. Costello lost it, and now it pops back. Costello and Castura in the race for it. Griffin Long sends it forward, now onto the stick of Luke Judge. Judge plays it off for Engelson. Engelson back for Judge, back behind the net. Luke Judge comes right on, takes the shot, saved there by O'Toole. Goes off Castura's skate, but not out. Tip drill, and O'Toole there for the save with 7:22 to go in the game. 5-on-5 hockey, 8-3 the score. Emma Lindvall on the pucks. Cross ice for Ryan Sambuco. Sambuco drives at the net, lost the puck. Lindvall there, taken away from him. And a 3-on-2 the other way for Rhode Island. Shot save made by O'Toole, got the stick on it. Sambuco on the puck the other way. A lot of open ice here for Lindvall. coming right on, has it on the forehand, took the shot but didn't get much on it. And the other way, 3-on-2, a lot of tired legs out there, and so they'll just chuck it deep and get a half change. Sambuco ripped that one off the board, sent right back in, and it kind of skittered off that back wall, so it didn't take a crow hop there or a nice Sunday hop to Hoover. Intercepted and again shoved deep. Rhode Island more than happy at this point to just dump and chase, make Drexel build through the center of the ice. Again, they'll send this one deep. Kazitsky on the puck now. 6:13 to go, third period. Justin Barcelo played forward for Tetrault. Tetrault has it again through the center of the ice, avoiding a big hit there. And Drexel plays this one forward. Good move there by Wyeth Cool. Sent right across, there was nobody there. But first to it will be Nate Runk. A penalty will be coming up at the next touch for Rhode Island. And there is that touch. 5:45 to go. And a slash, I believe, will be the call. And it'll go against Jonathan Shaw. So an offensive zone face-off for Drexel. 2 minutes on the penalty. Castera is back behind the net for it. Kyle Fiore up for Brett Coleman. Castera looks across for Fiore right in front, and it was a laying out stop there by Costello. Heck of a block, putting his body on the line with 5:30 to go of a 5-goal hockey game. Fiore at the edge of the circle. Castera now. Glides, shoots, big rebound, and they couldn't put it away. Patrick McGinley had a look. It kind of rolled off the edge of his blade. So he'll get another shot at it. McGinley, that one deflected, comes right on, and Briggs covers up. 4:58 to go in the third period. A 1:13 left on the penalty kill for Rhode Island. Wholesale substitutions as 2 full line changes come for both teams. Kazetsky takes the shot through a lot of traffic. That one nicked off his own teammate's skate, Nate Runk. Now Runk's going to join the forecheck and come up with the puck. Looking to get it back to the point, couldn't. Wyeth Cool pinched. Not a lot of numbers, so Rhode Island will just chuck it deep. McEwen there, and they'll recycle back behind the net. 48 seconds left on the Drexel power play. Clavitt plays it across, and they'll send it down the ice. Rhode Island's penalty kill, we've talked about it throughout these 2 telecasts. It's been brilliant this whole weekend. Not much doing offensively for Drexel anytime they've had the special teams opportunity. Wyeth Cool has it now in the slot. And he's got Kazitsky flanking him along with McEwen. McEwen's shot blocked and goes just wide after the deflection. Kept in the zone. McEwen sends it right across. That one had too much heat on it. Kazitsky wasn't ready for it. And Wyeth Cool forced to come out of the zone. So Drexel did not touch up. It's offside. 3:40, back to full strength for Rhode Island, and the faceoff comes out of the zone. Rhode Island does touch up. Everybody's on side. Shot by Judge, blocked there by Coleman. Good body positioning. And now a hook going to be called against Drexel's number 22, Jimmy Bell. Judge felt it clasp that elbow against the body just to show the hook. And Rhode Island on the power play for the next 2 minutes. .324 on the third period clock. Jonathan Shaw, Jake DeRocher up top here, the two defensemen for Rhode Island on this power play. Patience here from Rhode Island. 3 minutes left in the hockey game. DeRocher, one-timer, big save there. That was nice by Brian O'Toole. Carried forward again by Jake DeRocher. DeRocher takes the shot. That one got by O'Toole, but he did just enough to nick it to go wide. 1:13 left on the power play, 2:35 left in the game. Shaw, big save, rebound, and O'Toole moved well to the near side post. Made the save, and a whistle with 1:05 left to go on this power play. So coming into this weekend, Drexel had 8 points, trailing Rhode Island and NYU with 10 in terms of the conference standings. Drexel was in 5th, NYU, Rhode Island in 6th, third and fourth respectively. So with the 2 points yesterday, Drexel got back up to 10. That tied Rhode Island. Now Rhode Island, they'll split this weekend series. They'll have 12 points, which will trail Delaware for second. TBD on what happens to NYU tonight. Shot and it was blocked. Will it make its way out of the zone? It will not. But what we do know is that Drexel has 2 extra games played than NYU, 3 more than Rhode Island has played. So there'll be 2 points down to Rhode Island, 3 games in hand for Rhode Island, 2 of which will be played next weekend. And we'll get a real sense of where things are after next weekend's games. And a couple of those teams catch up with Drexel as Rhode Island gets 1 more goal before the end of this one. 1:29, it'll go down as a power play goal. 9-3 the score. One more look. So the uphill battle, I mean, it's certainly in front of this Drexel team. They know what they have to do. 2 more to come against Stony Brook. 2 more to come against Delaware. I'm not sure if they have another 1 or 2 against NYU. My guess is they would. 2 more against Syracuse, who's at the bottom of the league, and their only 2 wins were 2 forfeit wins against this Drexel team. 2 games that Drexel certainly wishes that they had in the bag. At least the opportunity to go play against the team that has been at the basement of the conference thus far. 1 minute left in the hockey game. 9-3 the score. URI is going to win and win convincingly. Splitting the weekend series. Drexel won last night 3-2. But it was all Rhode Island from the start here today as we tick under 45 seconds to go. Want to thank Lucas Freeman, who was on color commentary during the second period and has been for all periods, basically, of the games we've done here at the Drexel Ice Arena, class of 1923 arena. A former player for this Drexel program. That one caught the post from John McEwen. Want to thank Laura, our camera person here today. She's done an excellent job. Great to have her as part of the team going forward. And I want to thank all the folks from both Rhode Island, Drexel, as well as ACHA and hockey fans all around for being part of our broadcast this weekend. Down to the final seconds of the game, 3-2. Curtis Briggs gets the win. Rhode Island splits the weekend series, and Rhode Island wins the season series 3-1. Drexel goes to the break They won't play here again until January 28th. They won't play again until the second semester begins. And what was a very chippy weekend series, will it end with a handshake? No, it will not. Drexel is here ready to shake hands, and Rhode Island, they were beelining to the locker room, but they'll shake hands. A shortened handshake line nonetheless, as some of those folks were in the locker room and were not part of the festivities. That's it for us this weekend. Thanks for being with us here on Bob Long Sports and the Drexel Hockey Network. Again, your final, Rhode Island 9, Drexel 3. We'll be back after the break, after the holidays. Have a happy holiday season, everybody, from all of us here at Bob Long Sports. And we'll see you back in January for more Drexel hockey.